back to another episode of Meet Our Leaders. Today we have Sarwar Imam, our Senior Manager of Operations, and Kunal Kumar, our Chief Operating Officers. Welcome to Meet Our Leaders.
Hello, Jasmine.
Same here.
Alright then, let's get started with a bit of introduction and your professional journey so far.
Yeah, right. So I am Kunal. I have a total experience of 12 years, very close to 12. In this January, I will be closing to 13 years of my experience. In total of my experience, I started my career as a engineer, automation engineer, and slowly and steadily, I jump onto the technical engineer mostly. The career has completely changed to me when I started this new role of the technical business engineer, where I was leading the Asia Pac mostly completely. It was a combination of the role which combines with the technical and the business part of it, which was very interesting for me as well. And there, I had a lot of journeys to the different countries. It has given me a lot of learnings onto the technical side of it as well as the business side of it. And from there, in 2020, I finally joined this organization as a strategic head, and slowly and steadily with the time, I started working as a CEO here. So that's a long journey for me, but it's very interesting being starting from the technical side of it and now onto the sales side of it and leading the consulting firm. It's very interesting journey.
So it sounds like you love what you're doing.
Yeah, it is.
So is this something that you always wanted to do?
See, some of the people are having a very clear direction of their career, and some actually come up with the experience, right? So when I started with my journey, I was actually thinking to be in the technical side of it. But with the time, when I started having the discussions with the client, having the understanding of the technical part and how it actually changed onto the business side of it, so when it get amalgamated, I really started looking into the sales perspective of it. That okay, this is the product. Now it has to go into the market to the right people, right? So when I started feeling that part of it, so my career path actually changed. So even if I am not in the technical side of the domain, I still feel very happy to be into the sales part of it, because sales is actually something which is very close to the client, right? You are actually talking to the client, and it actually support you to understand the market. I would not say that this is something which I was thinking in my graduation day, but at this point, I am doing something which I'm really liking it.
So, I am basically from the hotel background. I did my graduation in 2006, and from then I have been working with the different hotel brands. Like I started my career with Taj Group of Hotels, and then I worked with the Radisson and with the multiple hotels. I worked with the hotel industry for good 10 years, and during this 10 years of my experience, I have achieved a lot. And in 2016, I remember then I came across to the GeekyAnts, and this opportunity come to me. And I was very confused whether to go ahead with this opportunity or not to go ahead, because all this was altogether a different domain for me, a software industry. Being from the hotel industry, I don't know what I will do in the hotel industry. And at that point of time, also after spending a good 10 years of it's working good for 10 years in the hotel industry, I was in very comfort zone. So I basically wanted to get out of that comfort zone and do something which can challenge me and add some more skills to my domain. And when this opportunity came to me, then I was thinking yes, no, and still my answer was no. Okay, but after a certain point of time, I decided to less. And I was talking to one of my friend, and he advised me that this was the opportunity he was looking for, to come out of your comfort zone and add some more skills. And let's try it for a year. If this works, that's good. If not, then you can always try something new. So that is the time when I said, okay, let's try it for a year. And then here I am today. After 7 years, I'm sitting with GeekyAnts.
And we are all so glad that you took up the opportunity.
Absolutely. I'm also very glad. Yeah.
So now we know that GeekyAnts has played a really important role in shaping your career. So how would you say GeekyAnts has shaped you in professionally or personally, like who you are right now? What role has it played?
So see, when I joined GeekyAnts, and mentioned earlier that I was very new to this industry, and I joined GeekyAnts as a child. I knew nothing about how the software industry works, and how the operations happens here. Although I had a good rich experience of operations in the hotel industry, but had no clue about how the hotel software industry works. So I joined this company as a very what do you call it, start learning from scratch, and and during the course of meeting the leadership again and again, and what this Kiki has helped me to learn and to acquire, they have allowed me to fail. I have failed every time, and every time the Geekians has supported me to learn, execute, and get a success.
It's something same like what Sarwar has said. So when you start a kind of career, you actually learn, right? And you want to have certain kind of platform where you can execute your learning, where you can experiment, where you can fail, where you can show the success and can enjoy the success, right? So my last 10 years was learning, and my last 2 years was execution of my learning. And if I say I have enjoyed the success with the whole team here. When I joined this organization, we were close to 250 people. Right now, in the last 2 years, we have actually touched around 500 people. Our client portfolios has increased, our infra has increased, our HR team are now more solid. So these all executions are coming from my experience as well, which we as a team has executed well, and the company is in the path of success.
That is so good to hear, and we're all excitedly waiting. And as you have said before, so failures are indeed stepping stone to success, isn't it?
Yes.
Absolutely.
As the saying goes, learning never stops. Could you share an instance with us where you were the mentor or mentee who changed your outlook to life, the whole perspective to life, or just had a great, amazing learning experience?
So yes, this is a very. I have a very interesting story about it, which helped me a lot in terms of my personal and professional, of course, life. So one day I was having a discussion with my CEO Sanket, and a couple of instances happened, and then we were talking about certain instances, like just solving some issues and all those things. And that is a time where he explained me why it is so important to explain why, the reason to everybody why I am doing this, why this is, if we have a certain process, and if we are improving or changing. So if I have some reason, I will change it. So I need to explain it to the entire team, to everybody, all the stakeholder in that decision. So I need to explain the why. This is so important. I never realized that this is, I have taken a decision. I know it is good for the organization, or it is good for my personal. And I used to, sometimes I used to explain it, sometimes I used to not explain it. But now from that discussion, I realized that how much important it has to explain why to everybody. And from there, that is the reason why I am using this same mantra in my personal life also. I explain the reasons if I take any decision in my personal life, explain it to my family members, and they are all in for that after that. That's the reason of why. Yeah.
That is so amazing. And it's definitely great to have some clarity, whether it is professionally or personal. It's just great. That's an amazing piece of advice, I would say.
Correct. Yeah.
Right. Like for me as well, it's something you need to listen to the people first of all, and that's a great one which everyone is saying to each other, that you please listen to me. And the same has happened to me as well, because being a leader, it's important that when you are having a mentee is coming from certain kind of the experience and the trust level. If you're creating a kind of trust level on them, they will definitely give you a sort of learning which you never know. Like it has happened to me as well. I am not from the software industry, but when I have the lateral people who are coming as my team, and when they are giving me some of the suggestions on to how to have a pitch for the client, or how to have the delivery for the client, and if we are taking that inside the company, it is definitely creating a very different zoner for the company, a new learning, and which is indirectly and directly giving a very good client experience. So we have a lot of journey where our team has given us a lot of learnings to have the right path for the company.
Amazing. You just stated one of the most important qualities of a leader, I would say.
Right.
So, apart from what you've just said, what is the one quality that you would think would make a great leader?
I think the one quality would be not to control the people. It's very important quality for the leaders. Let the people have their own thought. If you are not agreeing to that, let them explain, and you can explain them to convince. But if you are controlling the people, it is creating a kind of fear inside the organization, and you are not having the next leader in the line. So a
Right.
good leader never control. They allow them to fail and then have their hand as well to support them. That's the important thing for a leader.
Right. You just stated one of our basic human rights, freedom of speech and expression.
Exactly.
Great.
Yes, I am very well agreed with Kunal what he said, and that is what GeekyAnts allowed me to in the in my initial phase to to fail and to learn and to be a leader in the GeekyAnts. And so, what I see to be great quality as a leader is vision powered by a very strategical thinking. So, if the leader have the very strong vision for the organization and for the department, and if he can align the rest of the team along to that, and he can make them buy that vision and convince them to the team, that will be a very great um, traits of the leader.
Yeah, a leader should be a visionary. And I guess this great vision for future comes from experience.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That was so inspiring to hear. Let's move on. Let's move to a little fun part. What is the best part of your workday?
Kunal.
But this is something which we actually think about at the end of the day. And for me, always it's something like if your team is actually happy and enjoying their small success. If I come to know about that, I am very happy that finally somebody is happy with the small success and they are actually enjoying. And this company is for that purpose only, right? GeekyAnts has been very much employee centric, right? And we always focus on the people happiness. And if the team is actually happy, the company is actually growing, and that's the focus for me. And if I see those things happening, I'm feeling very happy.
That is so lovely. Your team must be very happy to have you as a leader.
Yes, I would say yes. A best part of my day is since I'm from the operation background, and every day I have to face a number of challenges and the problems and the hurdles. Every team members come with the different problems, so I enjoy solving problems. Okay, and once I solve a problem, it's give me a sense of achievement. That this problem is solved now. Let's come to the next problem. So I enjoy solving problems and making sure the GeekyAnts is running smooth in terms of infrastructure. That's the thing I enjoy most.
You just shared the secret of your success with us.
Correct.
All right, that was so good. We've just come to the end of the session today, and I cannot thank you enough for this. That was so inspiring and insightful. Thank you both very
Same here,
much.
Jasmine. Thanks
Thank you,
for
Ja-
this.
Yeah, thank you, Jasmine,
Thank
for
you,
your time.
Jasmine.
So that's it, guys. We will be back soon with another episode of Meta Leaders. Until the next time.